I am Dr. Thashna Walsh. I am posting this video on my channel because I've been asked this question and I've been asked it twice. And I know I have a list of questions to get to, but this one is a juicy one, right? So I have a client and she has been looking to find love in her life. And, I remember when I was younger than I am now, when I was in my 20s. And, um, and I heard somebody say women in their 40s are always so desperate. And it was a guy that said it. They're always so desperate. It's almost like they feel like they're at the end of the line. And, when you go out there and, just want to grab you up and eat you up, basically. I'm thinking, okay, when I get to my 40s, I mustn't be that kind of woman. But you know what? I got to my 40s and I was a little bit like that. I'm not going to lie. I was a little bit like that. I was looking for love in all the wrong places. And, um, and it was a little scary because obviously you're meeting all these strangers and people that you don't know and you're bringing them into your life. And of course, I had my daughter was quite young at the time, so you're bringing them into her life. Sometimes not everyone, but some of the ones that I thought were going to be long standing. And anyway, the question from this young lady and another younger lady was asking, how do you not carry that energy of desperation when you truly desire love in your life? Now, if you are, and this applies to anything, whether it's love, relationships, just general relationships, friendships, wealth, health, just anything, you have to start one place first. You can't start with the wealth if you haven't cleaned up what's going on inside. Because remember, I always say everything that is your experience in your life, whether it's your relationship, your love life, your money, all of that is a reflection of you. Everything is energy, guys. Everything is energy. It's not separate from you. It's not something you go out there to find that is separate from you and you're hoping that it's going to fit into your life. No. What's happening is you are an energy being. The thoughts that you're creating are creating the frequency of energy inside you, via your emotions. And the more you focus on those things over and over and over, and if you're bringing resistance to them, thinking that deep down, I'm not worthy, who's going to love me? What do I have to offer? What do I bring to the table? Are they going to like my hair? Are they going to like my face? Are they going to like me when I wake up in the morning when I don't have my makeup on? All of these things. Are you feeling deep down secure in your own skin? Because ladies, I'm telling you, if you don't feel the goddess inside of you and ready to open her up so you know that you deserve all of the good things, then you're going to struggle in any relationships because you're always going to be trying to please, trying to put on a face to make sure you are acceptable to the world. You need to be acceptable to yourself and yourself very first. Okay? So my answer to this question on, and it was just bizarre how it was a 30-odd-year-old lady and a lady in her 50s that was asking this question. And of course, there's like a couple, well, a decade and a bit between them. But still, I feel that it's not just about women in their 40s, women anywhere, right? You find that sometimes, even as a teenager, you might like a young person and they don't reciprocate and you wonder what is wrong with you. Nothing is wrong with you. Nothing is wrong with you. All you need to do is start caring for yourself. Get into a relationship with yourself first, which is what I had to do. Because when I used to date the string of people, I'd break up with one, 6 months later I was in another relationship, and 6 months after that didn't work, was in another one. And I did not know how to take a break. And my friends were telling me, take a break, but I wasn't listening, I wasn't hearing, I couldn't hear it. I just didn't want to be alone. I wanted affection, physical touch and words of affirmation and somebody doing something for me, being there with me. Those were my love languages, so I love that. And so I had to when I realized that there was a huge pattern. And then I tried to break the pattern by dating somebody that looked different, right? So I did, again, did the wrong thing. And that kind of did break up some of the inertia that was there, because then my life just took a sideways turn and a dip and a fall and just left me on this blank canvas. Everything disappeared from around me. So all I could do was go within. There was nowhere else to go. But you don't have to wait for life to knock you sideways like that for that to happen. Check yourself right now. Check yourself right now and ask yourself, if you're looking for a loving relationship, you're looking for wealth in your life, you're looking for better health in your life, what is it that needs cleaning up inside of you, right? A lot of us have these childhood traumas that we're suffering from, and they're the hardest things to get rid of. So we need to spend time, we need to pull ourselves away sometimes, maybe get a coach, maybe get a therapist, maybe get somebody that can work with you with these deep emotional baggages that you have stored deep inside your nervous system that needs releasing, because until you release them, you will not be released into your life, right? There's always going to be something blocking the road or getting in the way, frustrating you, getting you really struck, because that's what the resistance that you're feeling is. You know, people call it the angst, the anxiety. When you're falling in love, yes, it's exciting and you get anxious and you get nervous and all of those things. But it's not because you feel like you're not good enough, right? You go on a date and you meet someone. When you know yourself truly, you know exactly what is not for you, right? Because it's all about frequency and alignment. And when you're in line with your goddess self, when you go meet some person out there that is just not for you, you're going to sense it. You're going to go, you're not the one. And you'll know straight away. You don't have to waste your time in long-winded conversations that are not going anywhere, right? And because you feel like you got to do it because it's rude if you don't. No, that's an insecure reaction. A secure reaction is to say, look, this is, you know, it's great to meet you, but this is not what I'm looking for, and I wish you all the best, and you move on next, right? So, and another thing that I found is when you're secure in yourself as well, the people that actually come into your life, when you meet the right person, it feels easy. It feels easy. It feels flow. It feels nice. It feels exciting. You know, you like the same things, or you have the conversations. And if you don't like the same things, you almost allow people to grow with the thing that they're into, right? So in a relationship, any relationship with anything that you're getting into, it's all about it's all about that security in yourself. It's all about being in a relationship with yourself. And until I took those 2 years out to have that relationship with myself, I wasn't able to really feel satisfied and secure in a relationship, right? So now I'm in a relationship where I feel satisfied, I feel secure, I'm not guessing and spelling, I can express myself without feeling like, oh my God, it might lead to a breakup. You know, I used to be paranoid about all those things. And it was stressful. It was highly stressful, right? So if you find that you're in a relationship and you're iffing and you're butting and you're guessing, you can't trust them, you're not sure what they're up to, you know, you're not sure if they love you, you're not sure if they care, then it's not the relationship so much, it's the fact that you've attracted this relationship. So you got to take ownership for it, and you've got to be respectful of where you're at, and be grateful of where you're at, and the awareness that you're bringing to the table to say, okay, maybe there's something inside me that needs working on. Okay, it doesn't mean you have to go break up your relationship. It might be a good relationship, but then if you're both in the relationship and can agree to grow and allow each other to grow, then you can grow within that relationship, and the other person can grow within that relationship, and you have a nice, beautiful, long relationship. However, if some people may be in a relationship and they grow out of the relationship, they realize that, okay, this person is not allowing me to grow, they're being very controlling, they're trying to tell me what to do, and it feels really stressful, right? So move away from that with love, with grace, and with respect, okay, for you and for the person. Because when you do that, you're preserving your energy, you're preserving that frequency, you're moving into even more alignment to make things even more potent for you when the right person comes along. Okay, so you're not losing any energy. A lot of people think breakups have to be I mean, this is a whole other topic, right? Breakups do not have to be a struggle and a stress, and they don't have to end badly. Again, it's just a mindset that we grew up with, that every breakup has to end in angst. And that's how I used to feel, right? And until you start becoming more emotionally stable within yourself and intelligent within yourself, then you can be open to allow one person to walk their path whilst you go yours. All right? Or you come together and just respect each other and continue to talk. Continue to talk and continue to respect each other. Okay? Thank you. Thank you for listening, guys. I hope that answers your question. So it's all about going within and cleaning up that angst inside, which comes from some form of trauma. All right, some sort of limiting belief inside of ourselves that we need to clear it up. If you want the money, you have to clear up the limiting beliefs of saying that money is too hard to come by, or only rich people are no good, or whatever. All of those little angst that we hold on to. If you want money, that is basically pushing it away when you have those sort of languaging and thought processes going on inside of you. If you want the relationship, no good man is around and men are no good, you're not going to get a good man. And, you're going to find that men are no good because that is your thought process. Remember, you create the electrical field, the electromagnetic field from within you to attract what you want towards you. So you have to clean up that frequency so that you can match the frequency of what it is that you want in your life. And if you need some help, please find me on ThashnaWalsh.com. And there's a varied amount of stuff that I do. Coach, a lifestyle ascension coach and mentor. And I'm also a rapid transformational therapist. I'm also a chiropractor. So there's a lot of things, a lot of modalities that we can cover together. I especially love the rapid transformational therapy for releasing the limiting beliefs, right? I had a lot of limiting beliefs because I came from a lot of trauma, a lot of drama in my life growing up, right? My mom had sent me away to live with people that abused me in all kinds of ways, right? So I grew up very withdrawn, not able to speak out and be myself and be true to myself. So I felt I had to put on this face to face the world because that's what the world needed from me. But I soon learned that until I learned to drop all those limitations, then the freedom and the kind of lifestyle that I wanted then followed. So me first, then everything follows. So you first, then everything that you want also follows. So if you need some help, find me, ThashnaWalsh.com, and I look forward to serving you, to speaking to you. If you've got any questions, please leave them in the chat, and I'm happy to answer anything. Again, this is a question from a couple of clients who are asking how to release the desperation, the anxiety, the resistance when you're dating, right? When you're dating. And it starts with you. It starts with you. All right. So have that relationship with yourself first. And then you realize that once you start loving on yourself, then the whole world opens up for you in all areas of your life, not just the romantic type, but in all areas of your life, because everything is energy. Your love life is energy, your frequency that you're giving to your money, your job, all, to your friends, to your family. It's all energy. So the energy has to come from you first so you can attract it. Okay? That's enough said. Thank you for staying tuned, and I look forward to your questions and to any comments that you want to leave. And have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye bye.